Rogers, and they score!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Curtain with the Granite Theater. I can't believe we're back. It's been 7 months, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Well, I was here 2 weeks ago and you weren't, and I got to tell you, it was sad.
Oh,
it was really sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So fine. It's welcome back to Behind the Curtain with the Granite Theater. We took last week off because it was Nicole's birthday. Happy birthday, Nicole.
Thanks.
And no. This show doesn't exist without me, Nicole.
I know. This is what I'm saying. Like, I agree. It did not feel right.
I am the lifeblood of the Granite Theater's show. This show only. Okay, we're talking about Kiss Me Kate today, which I want to stress I have nothing to do with. But behind the curtain, it's all me.
Totally.
I took myself off camera before I pointed at myself. I don't know why I did that.
It was a nice point.
This is definitely regular coffee.
I was going to say,
definitely
like,
gave me.
You have a lot of energy.
They definitely gave me regular. I've only drank this much of it too.
Wow.
But yeah. Anyway.
Look,
what's up, guys?
Hi.
How's it going?
I was like, wait, is the camera on you so you can have that honeydew promotion there?
No.
Oh.
No, don't. No. They don't pay for that. They don't pay for that promotion.
Oh.
Although, Everett, I believe this is the name of the owner of Honey.
Like, yeah, now you just need to send him the statistics of this episode and be like, don't you want to keep doing this?
Yeah.
Nicole, I'm not moving. Make an ad.
Honeydew. The
coffee.
coffee that
Oh,
really
thank you,
that
Clarkson.
makes your face look like this. Oh my gosh.
Sure you guys don't want Fiore back?
Anyway, hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I have Don with me today.
Done!
Don is the famous Clarkson that comments on every episode. So I don't
It's
know
interesting
who's
because
gonna.
I thought it was Patricia Clarkson that was commenting on all the episodes.
Oh, that's no Clarkson Ellis.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So Patricia Clarkson did not comment on the episode?
no, unfortunately.
Then why am I here?
It's
Don,
no
or
longer
any
your
of us
show.
here.
Don, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to
I
meet
promise
you, too.
I'm not always this ridiculous. Sometimes it's worse.
I've seen.
Anyway, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, so we closed Peter Pan Jr. last night, or not last night, yesterday.
Oh my God. I drove by and I happened to be driving by as it got out, and I saw to the side of the building all of the kids taking photos, and like it just looked amazing. It looked like a huge party.
It was amazing. So we had 41 kids in the production.
Wow.
And so we had to have a tent outside, and we barricaded the kids in, and they had the green room downstairs, but mostly their green room was out under a tent, and that really worked. It honestly really worked. It was great. And also it was beautiful time of year to do that. And then, yeah. Oh, I saw the show yesterday. It was wonderful. Just absolutely. Did you get to see it, Don?
No. I was thinking, well, I'll go see whether or not there's any tickets left at the end, and there weren't.
No, and you know what? By just this last weekend, we had over 100 people on the wait list. And it's like one of those things where I was like, any other show I would have added a show, but I don't want to overwork the children.
Well, you did add a Saturday.
No, so it was slated for 8 shows. Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. It's only an hour show, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, or to add a weekend or add a Thursday night show. But I didn't want to.
Yeah. Well, this is the second show we've sold out completely. I think that, and I think we're going to sell out Rocky Horror too.
Well,
I think Rocky Horror is already sold
Rocky
out.
Horror very well might already be sold. It's so funny. I always expect. I look at the ticket sales every day, and I always expect the next show to be the one that is selling. But Rocky Horror has been consistently like at least a a pair of tickets a day for since January.
Well, and it's not on until October.
I know. I had someone stop me. I might have mentioned this. I had someone stop me in the street and be like, "Hey, I've never been to the Granite before, but I already got my tickets for Rocky Horror." I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah, I don't think people of Westerly know what a gym that theater is. As I was telling you earlier, I lived in the Cleveland area for 35 years plus, and they, even though that they have the second largest theater complex in Cleveland in the nation, Playhouse Square, they don't have a lot of community theater for some reason. I'm not quite sure. There are some, but not a lot. But you come here and there's a Granite, and then there's all the other theaters that are
That we
around
don't
here.
mention. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I notice I just said all the other theaters around
Yes,
here.
all the other theaters that we wish are very successful, and you can find out more information of them by buying tickets at granitetheater.org. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. But
I get a little loopy in the summer.
yeah, well,
It's just too darn hot.
Yes.
there's a
He
song.
knows.
He knows.
This is his thing.
Nice reference.
For
Thank you.
those that don't know, the opening of Act 2 of Kiss Me Kate is called Too Darn Hot. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah,
You were saying
the Granite Theater is just there's talent that's coming from all over Rhode Island, Connecticut, even Massachusetts. People are coming. We had one guy coming from Cape Cod.
yeah.
And so that the theater is getting good talent, and it is well worth coming to the Granite Theater to see a show.
Absolutely. And this season has just been amazing. And I love everything that was picked. I mean, I know that it's the 25th anniversary, so you just went with stuff that was on or off Broadway in the year
I
2000,
still had to narrow that down.
which is incredible. But I am so in love with this with this season. It's fantastic.
Thank you. I have been too. I feel like I can finally take a breath. I feel like I say that all the time. The beginning half of the season was very fast. Bonkers. That's a great word for it. Because of the when I got here, there were 8 shows, but there were 2 summer shows, and that second show in August it did not sell well, and I think for a number of reasons, one of which was the hello, one of which is just what do you want to be doing in August?
Yeah.
You want to be at the beach, right? And enjoying outside, and school is about to start again, so there's lots of people taking vacations, and so that's why I kind of pushed into one big summer show starting last year, and then did summer camp in August. And I think that really worked for us, but it pushes the other, if we're still doing 8 shows, it pushes them off to the side. So Full Monty was 2 weeks. Then we had 2.5 weeks to change over the stage. And then Allergist Wife was 2 weeks. Then we had 2.5 weeks to change over the stage. Then Laramie Project was 2 weeks. We had 2.5 weeks to change. Oh, we had 3.5 weeks to change over the stage to Peter Pan. But we also did the Laramie Project 10 years later at the United with the Chorus of Westerly. So that was then 2 shows. We opened on June 6th.
Yeah.
And then, so now we have 3.5 weeks to change over the stage to Kiss Me Kate. But then we have 4 weeks of Kiss Me Kate. And I feel like during those 4 weeks, I'm going to breathe.
It's good. You should.
Yeah. Yeah, because once the show starts, the director should just disappear and watch from
Absolutely.
the audience.
I'm pretty real about that. We put in the work so that by the show is ready on opening night, and the director can just watch
chill,
it, enjoy, and say thank you.
Go on vacation,
and that's
brush up your Shakespeare.
Again,
it's amazing. But no, I think that's respectful to the cast as well, because if if a director just continues to come in and give notes during runs, it becomes this more work than it is fun. You
Yeah.
know, the work is before, which is still fun,
Yeah.
but yeah. And now the stage manager is in charge of making sure the actors don't go completely off course.
Mhm.
Yeah, they yell at them if they start adding lines or whatever.
Yes. But yeah, so July 12th, you might see me at the beach.
No, I won't be there because
Yeah.
You're in the show.
I'm in
yeah,
the show.
yeah, he will not be there, and I won't be there because every Tom, Dick, or Harry will be there.
Wow, he's killing it. Killing it today, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have the song list up?
No.
You're just spectacular.
Yeah. I am.
He's just that good.
that good.
I
Yeah.
am. I am.
So yeah, so
Wunderbar.
Oh, no. No, we were just discussing why is that song in the show? We have
who was discussing?
at the cast last night. We were just discussing. You know,
I actually there's something really magical about that song, and it is just the two leads, Lily and Fred. It's called Wunderbar, and they are a divorced couple who are now in a show together, which is stressful. And they remember a show that they did along, like when they first got together, and they're trying to what was it? It was like they're humming it, and then he's like wunderbar, and she's like yes, and then they break out into the song, and what it actually does, it journeys them into their past when they were in love, and then by the end you're like, oh shoot, these people still have chemistry, they might get back together.
Yeah.
but you have to get a ticket to find out if they did.
But it's very important. It's a very important moment because from this moment on you're like, are they gonna?
Yeah, but
will they or won't they?
We haven't gone through the whole play yet. I mean, we've read it, but
Well,
Yeah.
so From This Moment On is another song, but that is actually not in our show. From This Moment On is only in the movie.
And revivals.
Oh, and the revival. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're doing the 1996 version.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it was added into the show in 2000. I actually really love that song, so I was a little upset that it wasn't in this version, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. The show is long enough.
yes.
But so Don says he hasn't been through the whole show yet. We actually did finish blocking last night, which is really
Yes.
exciting. So people have been through the whole show.
Yes.
And then on Thursday, we start back at the top and we'll work through. So by the following Thursday, the cast will have seen the entire, it'll happen, Don. It'll
Yes.
happen. We have 4 rehearsals of work throughs, and the cast will see the entire show get put together.
That is awesome.
It is. For how big of a show is, I'm really happy with where it is.
When does it start?
July 12th. July 11th?
11.
July
11th.
11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said I was going to be.
Okay, good.
I'm like starting to plan next year, and I think next year's a day off. So next year the summer show would start July 12th, and that's why these dates are confusing in my head.
I am excited that it starts July 11th because that means that I'm going to be able to see it before I go to Europe.
You're going to Europe.
I am July 16th, so a month from today.
Oh my gosh.
Jackie and I are going to Europe with a couple friends of ours who are playing some gigs over there. It should be good.
That's amazing. Where are you going?
They have some concerts that they're doing, so we're just sort of tagging along with them. We open in Venice.
Did you
Another
do
one.
this whole thing? You are not going to Europe. You are not going to Europe. You know, literally, like halfway through that story, I was like, if he made up this whole story just to say we open in Venice.
You're just sitting across the table like, I hate men.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the end of this podcast, you will have heard the title of every single song in the show.
Listen, you should have caught on by now. You should have caught on. And I'm sad to say I am ashamed that women are so simple.
Another one.
You're good. You're good, you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Don.
I was going to say,
Don, you gotta get us back on
You haven't
track.
put in the opening song in yet.
Oh, that one's easy to
yeah,
add
yeah,
in. I
yeah.
feel
That's
like-
easy. I was gonna save it.
Okay.
But now that's all he's going to be thinking about.
No. I had like 5 opportunities already to do it, and I haven't done it yet. So,
Oh my
It's
goodness.
fine.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
fine. You're just sitting here thinking like, what
did I sign up
what did I sign up
Oh
for?
no, I watch you all the time.
Where is
I-
the life that late I led?
There it is. There it is. I'm waiting for the one that will be a little harder.
Bianca?
Well, I feel like you could fill that. You could have said I'm going with my friend Bianca.
I could have. That's true. Well, I've already said it, so it's done.
Yeah.
That one's done.
Oh.
That one's done.
Anyway, I'll let you keep percolating.
I did So in Love earlier, and I just did it in conversation
that was
so
great.
much that I don't even know if you noticed that I did it.
Oh wait, I might have missed it. That's hilarious.
You are
Anyway,
good.
he is good.
Yes.
Anyway, Don is playing the stage manager,
Yes.
Ralph,
and doorman sometimes.
well, yeah, yes. Ralph, the stage manager / doorman / we needed another guy in this song, so you're gonna.
Yeah.
My backstory for that is that whoever you're also, because this happens a lot on tour, is that the stage manager is a swing.
Mhm.
And so yeah, you have to swing into like 2 numbers.
Yes.
Oh, which Don was really, really happy about. So Don's our resident light board operator for the last 2 years. Pretty
2
much
and a
right.
half.
When did you start?
I volunteered in Boing Boing, which was your first
Oh,
show,
yeah.
and you didn't let me get out.
I know it's Boing, but I thought you
Boing,
just said boing,
boing.
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 Well,
I was like, I want to see that show. Oh my god.
yes. And you didn't let me get out of the building before you grabbed me to say yes. And I kind of haven't left yet.
Okay,
So-
then yeah, boing boing is when,
Yeah.
when I started. Yeah. And then you were in Miracle on 34th Street
Yes, I was. I
um,
was
as the
Jim Duncan.
the reindeer.
Yes, the
Wrangler.
antelope.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, right. And then, but you had information about the reindeer, like you
Well, no, I had trouble with the reindeer.
had trouble with the reindeer.
But Chris was amazing. No, I didn't. It wasn't amazing. It was
It wasn't
awesome.
amazing. That's my word.
Yes, I know. I was so tempted to put he was amazing into that, but I never had the guts to do it since that was my first show ever.
Ever.
Yes, ever. Well, no, acting ever.
Right.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
done lots and lots of backstage stuff, but never acted. Never designed a set, never directed, but that's about everything.
Done
I've
everything.
done
else.
everything else.
Huh.
Stage manager, lights, sound, build.
So the stage manager, when I saw Don was auditioning, I was like, oh, this is a great Don role.
Well, you convinced me to do what's the father's name? I can't-
Baptista.
Yes, that's it. That's the one you said that I was
Well, yeah. So that because you were concerned about your singing,
yes.
and you said you were like, "Are there any non-singing roles?" And I said, "Oh yeah, Baptista," just off the top of my head. But then when I actually went through the cast list, I was like, "Oh, this is a Don role," because Baptista is almost completely in Shakespeare.
Yes.
So like Harry is the actor. Rich is the actor who plays Harry
The actor.
in Kiss Me Kate,
Yes.
and Harry plays Baptista in Shrew. But for the most part, Harry is just completely Baptista, and that's a lot of Shakespeare's a lot. Even in this show, there's some Shakespeare.
Yes.
What do you prefer? I already did brush up my Shakespeare. What do you prefer as an adaptation? Kiss Me Kate or 10 Things I Hate About You?
10 Things I Hate About You.
All right. So
I mean, I love the music in Kiss Me Kate, Cole Porter. The actual taming of the shrew bits are fascinatingly, like taming of the shrew, you really hate these characters, you know, and so I feel like a lot of what I've been trying to do is make them more likable. Because even in the script, it's like Petruchio kicks Nathaniel, and I'm like, why does he need to kick him? You know what I mean? Like, and then you know, obviously it's not new information how the show ends, but she does come, he tames her and she comes to him, and I just feel like with how he's been acting in the stage directions, I don't approve of that. And so without changing lines but changing intention, we've been just like working on making the characters more likable and more three-dimensional. But in 10 Things I Hate About You, I mean, I haven't seen 10 Things I Hate About You since
25 years.
Exactly. Yeah. But I absolutely loved it in high school. Great question.
Are you just like, so you're reading the script and you're just looking at all of these men and you're like, why can't you behave?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Honestly, that checks out though, because my girlfriend Jackie, who is not going to Europe, and if she watches this show, she's going to be very mad that I pretended that we were going to Europe, because she's going to be like, how come you're not taking me to Europe?
You're going to Europe now.
I was so excited for you, Ben. I was like, you need a vacation.
I'm going to take a vacation, but I actually looked at my schedule this morning to see what was on the schedule, and I was like, oh, I scheduled a vacation for this week.
Well, that's why I was, you know, when I was outside and I heard your voice, I was like, oh, he told me he might not be here. He wouldn't be here. And then I was like, yay, Ben's here.
Yeah. Well, listen, if she wants to go to Europe, she's gotta put a ring on this finger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, she's got to put a ring on this finger. She's holding off on the wedding until I make some serious money, I think. I'm honest. I'm just being honest.
I'm trying to figure out how you're getting to this.
I'm not doing anything. No. This is just me talking. This is just me talking to you guys. Oh my God.
You are in trouble.
She's just playing the long game. She's playing the long game. She's waiting until I make more money when 3-2-1 blows up. Let's just say she came to Wyvern, Waffley, and Padua.
There it is. That's the one I was trying to figure out how you were going to get to.
Hold on. Meet me at camera 2. Listen, love of my life. I'm sorry. I had to do it for the bit. I had to do it for the bit. It's the coffee. All of your hate mail can get sent with a coffee order to Honeydew Donuts. It's 4.5 hours old at this point.
And still delicious.
Sure.
Excellent marketer. Yeah, oh, we're back.
We're back.
And we're back.
After
that apology. Yes.
Jackie's love language is financial stability. Girl came to Wyvern, Waffley, and Padua. I didn't know how to. Padua. Sorry, I did not know how to fit that one in. So I chat GPT'd some things, and I was like, no, throw my girlfriend under the bus.
Oh my god.
Some people want a ring. Jackie wants a revenue stream. That's not true. That's what it told me to say. She's gonna kill me.
Stop it.
Yes, you're
Oh.
you're going to go home and things are going to be on the porch or on
Yeah.
the lawn.
Yeah, luckily there's no lawn.
Luckily, you have so many shows. She probably
God.
can't watch them all.
No. She's not a fan.
Yes, but I'm sure people are going to tell her.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
Anyway, Don,
Yeah, done. Let's get
do you
back
like taking a break from the tech booth to be in a show?
Yeah. I enjoy being in the cast. Yeah. When I did Miracle on 34th Street, I thought it was great. And I remember telling you that I'd come to the realization that you don't have to sing well to be in a musical. And I listened to, I recorded myself in the basement, to see whether or not I really could sing. And I can hit the notes. I can remember the lines, but I wouldn't call my voice great.
I actually I'm gonna la, 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 la.
She's trying to figure out how to
I'm
be
trying
nice.
to no, I'm actually not trying to figure out how to be nice. So while you have to have a good voice to solo sing
Yes.
in a musical, it is more important that you act, right?
Yes.
That when you're in a musical, the most important of the three is
Yeah.
acting. You act through the song, you act through the dance. And so as long as people are acting, that is what drives the story. You do want your leads to have great voices that they're acting through. The ensemble, though, while it is great if they have great voices, needs to be able to hold pitches, match pitches, and have an ear, because there are some people that you can listen to sing a cappella, but then you put music behind them and they cannot find their notes, and that is not you. So you actually have a great ear. I know you played trumpet,
French horn, and piano.
yeah. So
All right.
I was actually really surprised at your audition when you sang, because you do have a great instrument and a great ear. Like, so I would own that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I
but not
really would
solo.
own that. I mean, I would actually give you specific solos.
Please don't.
Ooh.
She told me she was going to try and have a nice forward solo or whatever.
I was thinking of trying to, it's not out of the question. The opening song, which since you have not worked it in, I will hold
Good,
off.
Good.
Is mostly a solo by one person, and I was considering breaking that out. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with it yet, but right now she's still singing all of it, and I love Sandy. So
She does great.
she is wonderful, and she's
Who's Sandy?
Sandy. What the heck is her last name? Gacchione. Sandy Gacchione. She.
What?
You're looking at me like, do you have more information?
No, I know her.
Oh, you
very
do.
well.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
We
were married once, not in real life, in company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Where'd you do company?
The Stonington Como.
Oh, so fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's such a delight. Like, isn't that the energy you want opening
She's
the
fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
show? So
She's great.
So yeah. So
Listen, Don, you're being too hard on yourself, okay? In
What?
theater, I'm not Italian, so I'm not going to butcher it, but in theater, we sing of love, okay? We
One
sing of
more.
love. I'm going to count it because we sing of love,
Yes.
And that's that's just true. And you know,
Well, that one you should have worked that with your girlfriend in that we sing
no,
of
no, no, no,
love
no, no, no,
to
no,
her.
no, no, no.
To-
We don't,
to
we
try-
don't, we don't sing of love. We don't sing of love. Were
Oh
thine
my
that special face, we may sing
there,
of love.
there we go.
but
I feel like you have hit all of them now.
I have not.
Wow, you haven't? There's so many songs in the show.
Yes.
I know.
It's
Actually, hold on. Let me look up a song list, and I'll tell you if I fit them all or not.
But yeah, so your point is real. As a designer, as an operator in the tech booth, you don't get that full cast experience.
Right.
Definitely not as a designer, because you come in for a very brief period of time and then don't really come back. Tech booth, at least you're at every show, but you are very separated from the cast.
And you actually don't get to see the whole show because you are so concentrated on getting the right timing, the right well, essentially right timing.
Yeah.
Because that is very important in a lot of shows, especially in Full Monty. That was very important to get that one right.
Yes,
Which-
it was.
Which I did not get in the first tech rehearsal.
In the tech. Well, correct. But that's why we stopped and worked.
Yes.
All the shows were good.
Yes.
But yeah, so there is that like wonderful camaraderie, and that really is what brings people back. And
Mhm.
you mentioned earlier people coming from long distances, and I do think that they're interested in the types of shows we
Yes.
do. Like Cameron, who came from East Boston, wanted to be the Elephant Man, right?
Yes.
That was a
That was
bucket list.
That was a great show.
Yeah, and he was so wonderful. And you see that, like, even the Laramie project, we had a lot of people from an hour and a half even away coming to audition because that show was important to them.
Yeah.
Right.
And you think that's not, an hour and a half to come for an audition. No, not bad. But you got to realize you're probably coming back how many times? 50 times?
Yeah, probably. It's 3 to 4 times a week for 8 to 10 weeks, and
Yeah.
then the shows. So it is quite a commitment. And we really do try to be respectful of people's time, and but it is, it's always so impressive to me. But everyone has a great experience, which is wonderful.
You do a great job of making sure that their people get to leave if they're no longer in what you're going to be doing later on in the rehearsal, making sure that only the people that need to be there are there.
Yeah,
That's appreciated.
Yeah, I agree. That's important to me, to make sure that, as respectful of people's time that I can be, I am. And that will likely all go out the window starting on Thursday, when everyone is just required for every rehearsal.
Yes.
Because we need to put the show together.
Yeah, but that's when the fun really
is,
starts.
right?
Yes.
Right?
It is. That's when the fun really, really, really starts, I think, personally.
I agree.
Nicole, we matched today.
We're in blue.
We're both in blue. And that's so weird because I usually always wear black.
You do.
I do.
Yeah.
Have you never noticed this? I'm usually always wearing a black shirt.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
but
why your
today-
black hat matches.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
we
I
got the black
almost
hat.
wore my staff Granite
Oh
Theater
my gosh.
shirt.
Aw.
You would have matched.
Yes.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love the Granite Theater, and I'm always true to you in my
There
fashion.
it is. There it is. Fashion. But I see what you did. No, you
Yes.
said it.
Yeah.
Because we're wearing the same.
Yeah.
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 It was good.
I got 2 more to do.
We got you. Okay.
I got 2 more to do. and
Wow.
Oh, you
Wow.
need a
I'm
gold
saying,
star if you get them all in.
I went and I looked at the list and I was like, damn, I did really well off the top of my head. I have 2 more to do and then I'm done.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What's our countdown clock here?
I mean, we got 18 minutes left till
Oh.
11.
Okay, we're killing it.
Yeah, so you guys can actually probably talk about serious stuff now while I stop trying to shoehorn every song title into the show. Also,
Oh my
wait.
goodness.
So this show opens when?
July 11th.
That's in 3 weeks.
Mhm.
A little under 3 weeks.
A little
Oh,
over
over.
3
A
weeks.
little over 3 weeks, and then it runs for 4 weeks.
Runs for 4
Mhm.
weeks.
So I blew the entire thing today.
Right.
I
right.
got all of the jokes out of
Yeah.
the way today.
Yeah, dude.
When there's 7 weeks of this.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
We have a lot to talk about. But it's okay. You know,
I'm
feel
going
like
on vacation. You guys are stuck with Andrew Fiore from now on. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm going to Europe for real.
so when Andrew was here.
No, I'm not, Jackie. I'm not
Jackie,
going.
not
No, we're not going to Europe for real. I'm sorry.
Oh, when Andrew was here, he was like, go. And I was like, welcome to Behind the Curtain. I've never done this. Oh, you would
Oh
have
my God.
appreciated my opening at the Laramie Project 10 years later. I said, welcome to the United Theater.
Oh, I
was
think
very
you
proud
just
of
said united.
No, I definitely said theater.
theater,
I did.
okay.
Don?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
For me, they literally all just run together. It's like another open and another show. You know what I mean?
Oh, there it is.
I was gonna save it till the end, but you really,
literally
you
just handed it
literally
to you.
walked me into it, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Oh my gosh.
There's only one way to do the last one, though. So there's one more song, and there's only one way to do it. So continue. We'll wait.
Is it the title of the show? I'm like, what have we not? Or did you count that already?
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, we open on July 11th. We have 15 performances, which is a good chunk of performances. And yeah. What do you thinking there? What are you thinking there, Don?
I'm thinking she's running out of things
Well, I
to
was
say.
I've never actually asked for the countdown clock, and I was like, oh wow, we still have a good
Yes.
quarter of an hour left.
Oh, wow. Now, this is when the host is supposed to step in.
Jump in and help us, but instead he's
Yes.
like really thinking of. Anyway,
Listen, I'll end the show right now. I don't care. I'll turn this car around. All right.
So
That is not a song title.
That is
at
not.
least
It is
in
No,
this
it's
one.
not. No, it's not. It is not.
being a dad. Happy
my God.
Father's Day.
Oh my God! Can I just say, Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. Yesterday, I saw one of the younger gentlemen that we work with, and as he was walking out, he said, "By the way, I don't remember or if you're a dad or not. Happy Father's Day." And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, Happy Father's Day to your dad." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, buddy. He's dead." And he was like, "Oh," and I was like, "You want to keep trying?" And he was like,
You're mean.
he was like, Happy Mother's Day. I was like, nope, don't try again. He was like, when's your birthday? I was like, October. He was like, close enough. Happy birthday. See you later. So anyway,
Yeah, wonderfully awkward.
I did get, I know I was just messing with him. I mean, all of those people are dead, but I was just messing with him. I did get a very wonderful Father's Day card from my cat though. I was like,
From Jackie's amazing.
I was
He
like,
puts up with a lot.
I was like, what? I was like, what is? She just hands me a blank card, and I'm like, what is this? And she's like, I don't know. I found it on the table. I found it on the table.
There should have been a paw print in it.
So I opened it, and it's got like squiggly writing that says like, Happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you. You're the best. Love Mystic. And I was like, did you? I was like, I don't know, because she has Jackie has some autoimmune disease issues, and sometimes her hand gets a little shaky. And I was like, afterwards, I was like, were you trying to write like the cat, or were you just having a bad day, like with your fine motor skills? And she was like, I was right. She wrote it. What do you? I was like, I'm sorry that I have to ask, But like, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Which I don't know which one it was. I'm sorry that I asked.
Yes.
That's
You are
amazing.
really in trouble.
That's part of his charm.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
it's all of my. I just texted you the photo of the card.
Thank you. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you
so-
know what we're doing next week?
what are we doing?
Our backstage pass.
Oh yeah. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Ooh,
those
what day?
are
What
so
time?
fun. It is
Wednesday?
Wednesday at 7.
Okay,
Yeah, only $10, and you get to come watch a rehearsal.
that's 2 days from now, or no?
No. Sorry,
The
next
following
week.
Wednesday. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we can talk about it again next week. But yeah, it's just a really, really cool experience. Something you don't get to see. It is literally behind the curtain. On stage. So yeah, I still have to figure out exactly what we're doing. I kind of play this game where a few days beforehand I'll be like, what scene is good enough to present, but we can work on in a rehearsal setting and show improvement.
Yes.
So I'm not quite sure what that will be yet, but being that we will not have worked on Act 2, Part 2, it will not be something from the end of the show.
Yes.
But
Alright.
yeah, it'll be it's really cool, and then we do a Q&A afterwards, and
I have found that you got to have somebody planted in the audience to start the questions, because nobody wants to ask a question.
they're all
until
thinking
somebody-
them, but yeah.
Yeah.
I try to even say that at first rehearsals, where if you have a question about something I say, because I often use lingo that I'm not sure if everyone knows. And I was like, if you don't know what I mean, please ask, because chances are someone else doesn't know what I mean, and you will be helping that person. But there are so many. I know everyone has questions, and that they're too shy to ask, or just hoping someone else asks it, or they're like, oh, maybe I'll ask after, not in front of the group. And this is why youth theater is so important.
Youths.
Because
Sorry.
you learn how to not a song in the show. You
What
learn
is
how to
wrong
talk
with
to
me?
people. It's that honeydew coffee. What do they put in there? But yeah, you really learn how to be brave in front of other people, and yeah, and not be embarrassed, right? So
Yeah.
much of adulthood is about feeling judged.
Oh my god, like 95% of my life.
You were talking earlier about how great these kids were. I mean, what was it? It was 5:00 when we got done doing the strike, and they were still kids there hanging out.
They didn't leave. It was fascinating. They just didn't want to leave.
No.
And I love that so much. I didn't do theater growing up. I've talked about that plenty of times, but I was heavily into music, and in my high school, I didn't have everything was in high school. We didn't have these amazing opportunities that kids here have, like the Granite, like the Chorus of Westerly, like the United Music
Mhm.
School, right? I'm so happy for my children, right?
Yeah.
But the high school chorus room was my domain. Like, I had a practice room that I decorated. Like,
Wow.
I had a beanbag chair, I had a little desk on off periods, like study hall I got to do from there. And just having this place outside of your home that feels like yours is so amazing. And I had one of the parents at probably 5 yesterday, when the kids were still just hanging out.
Mhm.
The show came down at 3. She was like, thank you so much for all you do. My daughter really sees this place as her second home, and that's just so
Yes.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Well,
They're so messy, but it's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Well, I kind of view it as my second home too. I'm almost there. Almost. No, not quite as much as you are. No, not anywhere near.
You
as
know
much
who
as you
might
are.
be there more, especially lately, than me? Aaron and Sarah.
Yes.
Those gals, and I love it. I love it so much. They were there on Saturday morning. We had auditions for Dinner with Friends. Oh my gosh. And we have more auditions tonight. Yes, already auditioning for the September show. And they were just like singing and dancing at the top of their lungs. And I like ran up to see what was going on, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't know you were in auditions." And I came downstairs, and someone in the auditions was like, "Well, the kids are having fun." I was like, not children, grown adults who just love being here."
You know, I was as you were talking about that, there are two type of people. There are those who break into song for no reason at all, and those who don't. Nicole is one of those who breaks into song. I'm one who does not.
I feel like everyone should be.
Right? You know,
Why wouldn't you?
I came downstairs this morning, and so that's confusing. I live on the third floor. My husband, my bedroom is on the third floor. So the whole third floor of our house is our bedroom, which I love because in New York City, our kids were like right next to each other, right next to us, right? And now
You have some
we have
separation.
our own floor. And so I came down onto the second floor, and Taya was singing as she was getting dressed. And I was just like, what joy.
Yes.
You know, to wake up with such joy, that's wonderful. And I was like, why don't I sing in the morning? And I was like, well, I do sing all day long. Anytime I can sing, I'm singing. So
Yes, she does.
There was one rehearsal, I don't know if you were there for, where I just kept breaking out into different accents. And then I had the cast. I was like, okay, you guys start counting how many different accents I do tonight. I think I got 7.
There was a time in my life when I did not know what my real voice sounded like anymore because I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I remember I was like, I had to have been like 7. I was wearing blue sunglasses,
Awesome.
and I was sitting in the back of my aunt's car. And I remember my mom was like, "What to talk with your real voice?" And I remember going, I don't know which one's my real. How do I even do that? How do I not do this? How do I not do this? Like I just was, I don't know how to not be in a silly goose voice. But anyway,
Oh, I love that.
I won't grow up.
There it is. Wait, that was Peter Pan.
Yes.
How'd you do that? How did you do that?
How'd you do that? As if it's like a magic trick that I couldn't just say another thing.
It's turning
How
red.
did you switch shows? You're in repertory theater right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. That song I love so much. Probably my favorite song in Peter Pan was I Won't Grow Up. And my kids came and my kids saw the show 3 times, by the way. My 3 and 5-year-old, and like begged me. My daughter even said to me on Sunday morning, it was like either Saturday or Sunday morning, she was like, "You're the artistic director. Can't you make the show keep going?"
Aw.
They loved it so much, but we went and watched on Thursday the kids' brush up rehearsals. And number one, my daughter then wanted to listen to the soundtrack, and I put on the Mary Martin 1956 soundtrack. I'm going to tell you, our kids sounded better. Like than that
Them's
Broadway
are
recording.
fighting words.
Those I know. I love Mary Martin. You know, one of the pillars of musical theater.
Mhm.
But as for like the entire soundtrack, I would have much rather listened to our cast.
I have not listened to any songs from Peter Pan since I did lights and sound for St. Pius's and they're not even a school anymore.
Yeah.
So all of the songs are really just sort of a distant melody to me now.
Well,
It's true.
It's
true.
Another Peter Pan song.
You can tell, remind
flying this
Taya
morning.
that she's going to be in 101
Oh,
Dalmatians.
believe me, she reminds me every day.
She's so energetic and excited
Yeah.
about it. She's going to be 67 of the 101 Dalmatians herself.
Probably.
She's going to play all of them.
She's actually she's in Waitress at Theater by the Sea.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so she had her first rehearsal on Saturday. This kid, like I couldn't be there. So how professional theater works, right?
Yeah.
Which I do understand, obviously, but professional, like any theater. So you're contracted for X amount of rehearsals, right? And so you know that you can be called anytime from 10 to 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? But everyone is like living there. And so you get what you're doing the next day, you get at 6:15 or like 6:30 that night after they've had a full day of rehearsal. And okay, we need to work on this more. We need to work on this more. We actually got further in this, so we're going to not do this tomorrow. And so that is splendid, except when you have a 5-year-old who doesn't live there.
Oh, you can kiss that 5-year-old goodbye.
Well, so
she used to be mine.
Nice.
Love waitress.
Waitress. Yeah, and there was waitress. But so I got the notice that she had rehearsal Saturday morning 10 to 1, and I had auditions 10 to 12. Arthur was teaching 11 to 1, and so I was like, well, Arthur can drop her off and I can pick her up, but like we can't stay. And there was a child wrangler, but I was still like, she's 5. This is her very first like professional rehearsal without me. You know, she was in 12th night. This kid just like walked in and was like, see ya. And
amazing.
Yeah, she's killing it. She's killing it. So she's gonna be pretty professional when she gets to the 101 Dalmatians. Ooh, two headsets.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing outro music here?
No. I have to listen to the Secretary of State.
Oh. Is something important happening?
No.
Okay. We've turned into a political podcast.
We have not turned into a political podcast.
Believe me, we have not. It's the last thing I want to talk about.
No. There's another...
What do you have going on? You're so fancy.
There's another show. Yeah. You guys think that I just have like song lyrics on this computer? No. Should I show people what I look like right now?
Yeah, why not?
Yes. Oh, there's a Tascam ad there. Dude, you should start All
right, hold on. Hey guys. We're ready to go if you are. All right, cool. Continue on with this show.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yes, Kiss Me Kate. There are 15 shows, but we are already about a quarter sold out. So, and we still have 3.5 weeks. So make sure to get your tickets. Get opening weekend tickets. That's when the energy is great. Do you need to talk? You good, Ben? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Didn't know if you needed me to be quiet.
No, I said back to you guys.
Oh,
to you. I was talking to you.
But yeah, so I haven't looked at very specifically where the tickets are bought, but I always recommend opening weekend because that's honestly the best for the theater. Because what happens is when that is full, then those people go and tell people to come. And so waiting for later down the line just likely means you will not make it. And don't miss this show because it is wonderful.
It is wonderful.
It is wunderbar, if you will.
You're rubbing off on her.
I will never be as good as him, and I will happily admit that. Yes. It's spectacular. So yeah, anything else you want to add, Don, before we close this up?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you are considering trying out for something, go ahead and try. You might get in, and it's fun.
But once you get in, you can never leave.
Never leave.
Once you're in the Granite Theater, you can never get out again. Just had to keep going back.
Lee said you want to be prepared in case somebody in the neighborhood dies. I don't know what this is in reference to, this was 8 minutes ago, he said that Steve Spartano said, "I love being in the theater alone. I can break into song." Lee said, How do you break into Poor Judd is Dead?" Steve said, "I'm late to the show today. It's great to see Dan." Steve, if you want a real treat, you need to go back and rewatch this entire thing. Are you going to get any helpful tips and drink some more coffee? Are you going to get tips and tricks about it? Any behind the scene, behind the curtain stuff? Probably not. But you are going to get a lot of shoehorned references.
And
Thank you.
then got in trouble with his girlfriend.
No. No.
He's hoping.
Nope. Absolutely, probably not. Maybe.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Are we good?
We're good. June, July. Yeah. July.
June is busting out all over.
All over. No, you have to sing it with that accent.
You do. I like to Leslie Uggams it.
Yep. Do you ever watch that, Don? Probably not.
And
There's a wonderful. You can find it on YouTube. Leslie Uggam is singing DC.
Yeah,
it's
like the
spring
4th of July
event.
or something. Or Memorial Day.
Yeah, I would say probably not 4th of July.
Why would it be 4th of July? Because they're saying
she forgets the words, but this is what I'm talking about with the acting. She just stays on it. Like she's like, June is busting out all over the jump party, and the hickums and the push-ups and the fish-ups because it's June. Yeah,
that's probably what I'll be doing during the.
Don't say that, Don. Nope. Just getting a look.
I'm trying to think of shows that Don can be the lead in for next season. You know?
No.
I gotta tell you, Don,
you couldn't play young Jean Valjean, but you got the older Jean Valjean nailed.
Don also does not like more lines.
He's like, I'm thinking about what shows I could do lights for.
He knows exactly. He just, I like him as part of the cast. I think he wants to be part of the cast, but it is, I was like, I'm going to give you another line over here. And he's like, really?
Okay.
You see the disdain.
You guys just said Guys and Dolls, right?
2 years ago, yeah.
Arvide.
Yeah. He would.
I'm sure you had a great Arvide.
Did you do lights for Guys and Dolls then?
Yes.
Yeah. It was Steve Vaca.
Aw.
Yeah, Mr. Steve. Sad.
Yeah.
Miss him.
Well, on that note.
Talking about memorizing lines, I've got to talk the cast for Sleuth.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How they memorized all those lines, and they memorized. They were great. Because I'm on script because I'm watching for the lights, and they were spot on.
Yeah,
99.9% of the time.
I've done lights for many shows. I don't. That I've also directed. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever looked at the script during it. I'm like, you're a better light person than I am because you're actually following along with the script.
Yes,
and I just do it all by feel.
And when actually, a lot of times we have the stage manager calling it, and most of the time I do what the stage manager tells me.
Most of the time,
yes.
But and then sometimes I have to be like, Don, listen to the stage manager. They know the show better.
And Don's just like, because it's June. June.
Sometimes they are busy doing something else and they miss a cue.
No, absolutely. Everyone is human. All right, now we're getting kicked off.
Not E.T. E.T. is not human. And you can see E.T. this weekend. Hold on. Is Granite Theater dark this week?
Yes. Yeah.
No shows?
Because the Pops concert.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
So, never mind. This is the Pops. You know what?
Go to the Pops.
Go to the Pops.
Arthur's playing at the Pops.
Yes,
oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
And do you know Arthur?
I know him a little bit.
Yeah.
We've talked a few times.
Have you procreated?
We've procreated also a few times.
Oh, this one's going off the rails.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, 6:15. Arthur is opening the Pops pre-show.
Well, he's opening it.
Yeah.
Okay, he was third on the list, but he's opening
But
it.
I am near positive he's opening it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He says he's opening.
Okay.
It's just another open and another show.
Guys,
We are done.
July 11th, Kiss Me Kate opens at the Granite Theater. It's over there on a hill. You can't miss it.
We
It's
have banners.
white. It looks like a church, but it's not a church. There's a church across the street. That's a completely different thing. Maybe you'll park there. Go to thegranitetheater.org. RE. RE is in theater, not in org. You know that.
Tickets are $30 to $35. It's a steal.
Kiss Me Kate. Finale.
Stop it.